Millennials Suck Podcast, millennialsuckpodcast.com.
How's it going, guys?
It's going great.
We're here with GBIB and Big T. How y'all doing today?
Fantastic.
We're doing
Excited?
great.
Thank you for having us.
Super excited.
Super.
Got to be excited for an 850 plus show.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
So how long y'all been making music?
I've been doing it. I've been taking it seriously probably for like the past 2 years, but I've been doing it since 2017. I've been coming here to BlackLite 2017.
Okay. What about
Yeah.
yourself?
Honestly, so I just started like a little bit ago. I started back in November actually making music. I've been writing songs for years, but I never went and got it recorded. So I'm kind of new to it, and it's my first performance. So I'm ready to get to
Ready
it.
to
yeah.
get to
What
it.
made you start taking it so serious?
Just people around me, man, just pushing me. I mean, I started out in my friend's basement. He had like a studio set up in his place. We were kind of making music together, just a group of friends and that kind of stuff. And then once I found out about BlackLite here, I feel like that coming to a studio like this really took my music to the next level. And man, just like building connections with people and like networking with people, it's super dope.
Oh, yeah.
Making new friends and stuff like that.
He would bring his setup over to my crib when I went to UC, and he would record there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So how long have y'all known each other?
We went to college. I went to NKU for like half a semester, and that's where I met him at.
So that was
Okay.
2015.
Yeah.
We've known each other for 7-8 years. So
No, you guys from the Northern Kentucky area? You from Cincinnati?
I'm Cincinnati my whole life.
I'm actually from Columbus. I moved
Okay.
down here to go to school, so I've been living down here ever since. So,
All right.
but I love Cincinnati, and I'm from Columbus, so I'm like got Ohio roots everywhere.
No, I mean, it's all over the place. I love the city of Columbus.
Mhm.
It's been like, for when I was doing music, it was kind of like my second home. Like I would love going up there and working up there because it
We
was
got
just,
some dope venues for
agreed,
sure.
Mhm.
agreed. Did you ever like see the Bethel Road Pub?
That place was madness.
That was one of my favorite venues. It was just this little bar that they do metal shows in. They shut it down and turned it into some who gives a fuck bar, but it was one of my favorite venues in the country to be at.
Okay.
Wow.
So let's talk about influences, okay? Like what type of, because there's like different types of influences. You have people that influence you, over what you're doing on the day to day, like, modernly it changes, you know what I mean? But then you also have like foundational like influences, the type of shit that you go back to like when you were 5-6 years old and that shit's just clung to your mental.
Right.
Let's talk about foundational influences. Who are some of the people that would you say that kind of molded you to be the artist you are today?
That's a great question. I've been listening to rap music my whole life because like my dad put me onto it when I was younger. That's all he'd listen to. So like I'd say I'm probably like, this is one of the ones that everyone says, but like Outkast, Eminem, like
Yeah, you're the first Outcast we've had today.
That's not true. Somebody
Really?
said it earlier. However,
Did they?
it was only one other person. So.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, huge.
Miss
Outkast.
Amani agreed. She also
Okay.
came up with Outkast.
Yeah, I'd say a lot of 90s rap, just all over the place, kind of.
Yeah, see,
But
I found music on my own because my parents weren't like musically explorative, and I grew up on a lot of like early '90s shit myself. Like Wu-Tang Clan is a great example.
Beastie
Yep,
Boys?
fire.
Yeah, Beastie
Yeah.
Boys.
Beastie Boys, well, Beastie Boys was cool because it was like the ones like my mom didn't consider them rappers, so like when she would play them, it'd just be like, okay,
Right. Yeah, I'd say like a lot of lyrical stuff though.
Yeah.
More like stuff that has some meaning into it.
okay,
But
So as far as me, like I kind of grew up on the same type of stuff, like 90s hip hop, but also R&B as well. Like my mom was big on R&B. I used to listen to it with her. So we used to listen to that. And then kind of like my favorite rapper, old school rapper was Biggie. So I kind of like that was my go-to.
yeah, I'm
And,
a big over Pac guy myself.
Oh
so,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean that's
Pop is king.
Listen, I fuck with Pac. I really do.
Mhm.
I think that Big made better music.
Yeah,
I'm
we always
kind of the
thought.
same way.
I always said that Pac I think Pac was the better lyricist, you know what I mean? Obviously. And I
Yep.
think that, overall he had kind of like the better mentality as far as being an artist. But I think when it comes to like at the end of the day, I think Big just made better songs.
just like the melodies and
yeah.
everything of his
Yeah.
songs just kind of hit more for me.
He kind of had like that Snoop Dogg effect where it's like it doesn't matter what he's saying, it just sounds cool.
I can't deny that.
He said a whole bunch of sus shit for most of his career. And we all
Yeah.
just let it go because it sounded all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was fire.
So how does that change like into today? Like what kind of like what type of shit kind of like influences y'all today?
I'm definitely like, for me anyways, into a lot of the newer wave kind of rap also. Like Polo G, a lot of melodic type of
Polo G's
singing
really
rap.
good.
Yeah, he's
We heard Gangstar earlier.
oh yeah. fire.
Yeah, I've been really big into to A Boogie for the last couple of years.
A Boogie's
And
fire.
he's kind of like, I like that line where he says, like, everybody used to call me a SoundCloud boy, now they're stealing my sound now. And it's like, that's actually true. Because when it came to this like actual adding lyricism to like that melodic hip hop wave, he was kind of the first one doing it, and everybody talks shit, and then now it's kind of like everybody's doing the same shit. But it's like, I do love that wave though.
For sure. I'd say more like I'm more East Coast kind of. I like that vibe a little bit more than like a West Coast type of vibe. But
in the same way.
Yeah, I'm kind of all over the place with that.
What about you?
I love when they like kind of bridge the genres. So like I'm huge on like I honestly like Juice WRLD, and like if you heard of Sofego, like how he kind of like it's like a singing type mixed with hip hop. And also when they bridge R&B and hip hop together, that's also kind of good for me as well. So I kind of like being exploratory in that area. So, you know, J. Cole and I think I like him just because he was fire off the top and like good lyrically. But as far as like melodies and stuff go, like right now, he knows I'm on a big Juice WRLD kick. Like just because like the harmonies and like the choruses and everything, and it just sounds so pleasing to the ear. So like I like when artists kind of mesh different genres together, and it really creates a good sound. So that's kind of what's influencing me right now.
Like I'm a huge Post Malone fan. You know what I mean? And the reason
he's one of them.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say is like I think that like Juice WRLD was very similar to Post Malone. You know what I mean? So like I think that like in that same you know lane of thought, like they are really good at taking different elements of different sounds and putting them into one song, and it's sounding like it's supposed to go together when it shouldn't.
Yep.
So I think that the fact that you guys are being influenced by these people who are so diverse musically just shows that you guys are willing to put that diversity into your own music, which I think is
for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So how would you guys describe like your live sets? Like what's your energy like? What kind of energy you guys come on stage with?
So this is going to be like my probably 6th performance.
Okay.
I would say that it's going to be like probably my biggest performance and most like official performance. We're definitely going to bring some energy. I'm going to.
Hell yeah.
I think we mostly like honestly feed off of each other's energy on the stage. Like this is my first performance ever because I'm relatively new to music. So, you know, we're going to feed off of each other's energy. We've been rehearsing together. Like we're going in full force together. So, you know, we're going to hype up the crowd, do our thing. And we're basically trying to move as a team. That's how we're going to do things. Like,
with your first performance being such a big show, what types of things are going through your head? Because you've got to be nervous. You know what I mean? There's no way you're not nervous going into your first show, regardless, whether there's 5 people in there or 5,000. So my question is like what types of things are going through your head as far as like what you're nervous about?
So I would say I am nervous, but I'm also really excited. You know, the reason I decided to do music now is because I've been wanting to get into it for so long, but I never have, and it's been something that I've been regretting for so long. Like I've been writing songs for years, but I've never actually gone to get recorded. He's been trying to get me into BlackLite for the longest time, but at this point now, I'm like, I feel like we're on the right path. We're moving where we're supposed to be, and I'm super excited. So it's like dealing with those nerves, kind of like my mindset going into it is I have to do it. Like if this is the lifestyle that I want, this is the way I want to live. Like I have no other choice but to go out there and perform.
Right.
And I'm kind of just like taking that leap of faith. And they always say, whenever you put yourself in these uncomfortable situations, that's when you shine the most. So
yeah, that's where you kind of go into autopilot, and it's one of those things where you find out, you know, whether or not this is something you can do, or if it's something because you can make great music, you can theorize all day about what you would like to do musically, but at the end of the day, all a song is a 3.5 minute promotion for your live set. You know what I mean? When you start talking about what the music industry is, those are basically your commercials to get people to come get the actual product, which is your live sets. So it's like, this is one of those moments where it's like, you get to kind of just black out and just let your music become who you are for a period of time. And then you get to kind of just demonstrate that as it is and kind of feel your way through the performance that way, which is a really cool experience. Anybody who's done or performed live music understands that first experience is like, it can go bad. And even when it does, it still feels like accomplished. You know what I mean? So as long as you're going into it with the excited energy that you're going into it with. It's just another opportunity for you to, you know, find a different way to vent yourself through your own music other than just making the music itself.
Yeah, and I'm excited too. I got my boy up there with me, and he's got experience and he's got energy too in his song. So I mean, it's really nice. If I was going up there alone, I'd probably be a lot more nervous. But we've been rehearsing together, so like, you know, we're gonna feed off each other's energy. So I'm really excited to do it. So I'm lucky that I do have someone next to me with experience. So it's really gonna help me out in the long run for sure.
Well, let me ask you one last question.
Of course.
Is he ready?
He's ready.
You think he's rehearsed and prepared and ready to go?
I know he is, for
All
sure.
right.
Oh yeah,
Hell
that's what I
yeah.
love to hear,
Well,
man.
where can they find y'all at?
Spotify, Apple Music,
Spotify, Apple Music,
Tidal,
YouTube,
everything.
everything.
YouTube.
Socials?
My Instagram is Griffin Loyal. That's the same across all boards. So Griffin Loyal.
Mine is _biggest T with TEE.
I'm sorry,
So-
you say the biggest teeth?
No, B like big T. So
Oh, I swear to God, bro. I thought you said the biggest teeth, like teeth in your mouth. And I was like, is that what big T stands for, is big teeth?
it's basically that, except you take away the end part of that.
Yeah, there's no ETH.
The biggest T. The big T.
Biggest T. We appreciate you guys for sitting down with us. Thank you so much.
course.
You guys were a
Yeah,
lot of
thanks for
fun. We
having
look
us.
forward to your set. And
Thank you.
I hope to make weird eye contact with you in the middle of your first show and try to make you nervous.
It'll
We'll
probably
see.
happen. It'll probably happen. Thank you guys so
see.
much.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys for coming.
Yeah,
in.
for
Thanks
sure.
for coming
Thank you.
on.
It was
Thank
great
you.
meeting you.
Yeah, it was definitely great. And I look forward to your guys' set, like I said.
Thanks.
We'll look forward to seeing you guys.